Now, those who can interpret the numbers like I do, when you are seeing, particularly, you are seeing 333, it have a different interpretation.
Okay.
When you are seeing 222, it have different interpretation. When you are seeing 111, it have different interpretation. Why? Because 111 signifies beginning. 222 means emotional. It means building emotional.
Welcome to Guru Nuru. Guru Nuru is a life coach, spiritually awakened student of life who has discovered the truth and mysteries of existence. Guru's program is an initiative designed to create awareness and promote human well-being through self-discovery. He aims to promote human development through spiritual transformation by providing practical guidance to humanity at collective and individual level on physical, metaphysical, and spiritual mysteries that takes us closer to our inner divinity and the source of creation. As the Piscean age pave a way to the Aquarian age, no Piscean values can support our evolution as a species, as these values works to empower our ego, create unhealthy division, and negatively influence our awareness and sabotage our transcendence in our spiritual evolution. Become a subscriber of this life-changing and transformative program that seeks to empower you with true knowledge and practical guidance on how to transcend the conditioning of society that keeps humanity under the bondage of these Piscean values, preventing us from discovering our true divine nature. Start your journey with Guru Nuru and become a blessing to creation. For a man who has discovered his true divine nature, perceive divinity in all nature, unity in diversity, see the world as a home and every being and everything in it as a family.
Hello, my beautiful people. This is your boy Sika Sika, and I welcome you to Sika TV. I told you Sika TV is not only entertainment. We teach also. We do so many things on Sika TV. So today I have special man here with me. He's a spiritual teacher, life coach. I can give him so many names, but through we have something in Bible. We say through the fruit, you know the person I'm talking about. So through the teachings, you know the person I'm talking about. So he's here with me, Mr. Guru Nuru.
Sika,
you are welcome to Sika TV.
Thank you, my brother. Thank
Am I mentioning your name right? Is it?
It's correct.
It's correct.
Yeah,
okay.
It's correct.
So Mr. Guru Nuru.
Yeah.
Last week we did so many things. You gave us so many things in life we never heard before.
Yeah.
So today you are here. What do you have for us?
So thank you so much, Sika, for inviting me for today's program.
You are welcome.
And let me give a very big thanks to our viewers.
Okay.
And for those of you watching us, I just want to say maybe good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone watching us, and we thank you so much for the support.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, after last week's program, when I went through the comment section and the kind of questions that people are asking,
okay,
it made me realize, or it made me feel like we should elaborate certain things on what we discussed the other time. Particularly, you know, we talked about the most asked questions from the viewers was centered around the conditioning of society, and somebody even asked me about conditioning of the mind.
Okay.
So today I thought it's very important for us to discuss the level of consciousness and awareness that can help a person to break away from conditioning of the mind. Because some of the things that we are discussing, there are a lot of people that are, you know, undergoing certain kind of spiritual practices to help them break away from the conditioners.
Okay.
Yeah. So today I would like to touch on some of those things.
Wow.
Yes.
Then it's good. It's good that you are going to answer some people's questions.
Of course.
So once you are going to answer some people's questions, me too, I have some questions. It's not my question.
No
People
problem.
personally call me that they want to ask. I gave them your number, but they say no, they want to ask me. So because I'm the one invited you. So all their questions are here.
There's no problem.
Okay.
The purpose of most of my teachings is I'm trying to help build human well-being.
Okay.
So there's no single question. Any question means any question.
Any questions.
Anybody can throw in their questions.
Really?
Trust me.
Okay, so
any question.
We will start from here.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Guru Nuru, as I was saying, so many people call me personally that there's something they don't understand.
Yeah.
So once you are here and you are saying you are going to answer questions.
Yes.
So I want you to tell us more about consciousness.
Yes.
So what is consciousness?
Okay, thank you so much, Sika, for the question. Yeah, before I will define what consciousness is. Let me put it this way. The human body, normally when you see, like right now we are sitting here.
Okay.
When we have like when you see a person, sometimes you say this person is conscious, and sometimes you can do something and others looking at you say you are not conscious.
Okay.
And why does it happen that way? It happened that way because the human being is made up of your mind and body and soul. Now, the soul is very different from your mind and your body. It is the soul that gives light to the body. So when you say consciousness is the light of awareness that shines within the human being, revealing all the emotions, all the thought process that we have, all the sensation and the feeling that we experience within ourselves, both internally and externally. So that is consciousness. It's the light of awareness.
Okay.
That shines within us. And consciousness permeates. It permeates, or it flows through all the levels of your experiences. Whether it is emotional level, whether it is mental or the thought processing that you are having in your mind, or whether it's the sensation that you are feeling in yourself, or anything happening in the world, consciousness runs through all of them.
Through all of them.
Yes. And now, now we have, levels of consciousness.
Okay.
We have levels of consciousness. Particularly, as we are speaking now, we are in wakeful consciousness.
With
wakefulness.
Wakeful
consciousness.
Okay.
We are in wakeful state. We have wakeful state, dream state, then we have deep sleep and transcendental. And all these levels of consciousness is permeated by the same consciousness. It's consciousness happening in all these levels.
So it means it's not different, or we have different levels according to what you are saying.
Yes.
We have different levels.
Yes. So
but it's the same.
Yes.
How?
In wakeful consciousness, when you say wakeful consciousness,
okay,
right now we are sitting here, we can see outside. Why? Because the same light of awareness is projecting our body energies outwardly. Our five senses are projected outwardly so that we can engage in worldly activities. So that is wakeful consciousness.
Okay.
Now we are awake. Okay. We are sitting here. Your ears can hear, your eyes can see, the nose can smell, the tongue can taste.
Okay.
So in wakefulness, what consciousness does is this. Because it's the light of awareness, it projects it projects your body energies externally by revealing all the things that are happening in your mind so that you can function in the world through perception. So that is what wakeful consciousness does.
That's the wakeful.
Yes. Then another level of consciousness is dream state. Dream state happens when you go to sleep.
Okay.
Once you go to sleep, the same consciousness or the same light of awareness will project your energies inward. It will project your energies inward, and with the power of your mind or the memory and imagination, then we create dreams. Do you understand? Like when we go to sleep, once you are sleeping, the light of consciousness is still on. because consciousness is the actual life behind all the things that we do.
Okay, so you want to tell us that what we do in the day,
yes,
is the same thing. It appears in the dreams.
In the dreams. So what happens is this: during the daytime, consciousness will project your energies outwardly, externally. Now your eyes can see, your ears can hear, this can. Then you can engage in physical worldly activities.
Okay.
When you go to sleep, now because you are sleeping, your eyes are closed, ears are closed. Anything happening, you are not aware. But because the light of consciousness is on, the same light will project this energy inward. Okay? And with the power of your mind, which is the memory and your imagination, then you create dreams from the things that you do when in the physical life, things that you were so attached to. You know, sometimes in the daytime, you can be so engaged in a situation that you can carry that same situation into your dream. But the dream is another level of existence. It's another level of consciousness. Things that happen in the dream, they are real because it's the same consciousness that is projecting your energy inward.
Okay, I have a question here.
Yes.
You say what we do in the day,
yes,
is the same thing we take into our dream.
Through the memory, yes.
So I want to know, when you dream, is it a future or present? Is the dream you are dreaming,
you're having, yes.
Is it something that is coming to happen or something that happened already?
Yes. What happened is this: true consciousness is eternal. True consciousness it exists. When you say something is eternal, it means it's something that exists in past, present, and future combined. It's a combination of past, present, and future.
Okay.
Okay. And consciousness is something that brings all these three levels of existence together.
Okay.
Okay. So in the dream, things that are happening in the dream, depending on your level of engagement in worldly activities and how attached you are to situations, will determine the kind of dream that will come, whether the dreams will be projected from your past experiences or it will be projected against future happiness.
Okay.
Because it is the engagement. Assuming in your daily life,
okay,
you were so much, you are under like a person who is undergoing very serious level of stress. Anybody undergoing stress means that the person is thinking about his past. When you are undergoing stress, it means you are thinking about your past.
Your past.
And in that case, if you are so absorbed into your past issues and you go to sleep, and these past issues, project in your dream, it means something that have happened long time ago will appear in your dream.
Okay.
Then the other side is, assuming somebody who is very anxious about something that is yet to happen. Maybe you are waiting for some opportunity. Or somebody promised you something and you are waiting for, that thing to happen. When you become too anxious about the situation, when you go to your sleep, in your dreams, that anxiety can create a dream that will create something that is yet to happen in the future. You can dream and receive that gift in your dream, but it's yet to happen because in your wakefulness, you are so anxious about the situation. Now you take it into the dream. And in that situation, you get that opportunity in the dream. Then you wake up and say, oh, it was a dream. And the third level of consciousness is deep sleep. Deep sleep consciousness, in deep sleep, what consciousness or the light of consciousness does is this: is the light of consciousness will pull away your senses.
Okay.
In deep sleep, the light of consciousness will make your senses dormant because already you are sleeping. This one is internally. Then the internal dream world activities also will be shut down. Now you are conscious but you are not aware.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
So how did we call that one?
Deep sleep.
Deep sleep.
It's a deep sleep. It's called deep sleep consciousness.
Okay.
So we have wakefulness, we have dream state, and deep sleep.
Okay. So in deep sleep is different from dreams.
in deep sleep, you don't dream.
Okay.
You know, that level of consciousness is like when a person go to bed. Okay, when you go to bed to sleep.
Okay.
Initially, what happened is this. Like I said, if you were too absorbed into your worldly activities, through those activities, with the power of your memory and imagination, you can create dreams. Now, when you go into the deep sleep, the deep sleep phase,
okay,
now the light of consciousness will make both your internal energies and the external energies dormant.
Okay.
Now you will sleep deep. There's no dream. So consciousness give you it creates the awareness of nothingness.
Oh, okay. I'm not getting
it. It creates the awareness of nothingness. Meaning you are conscious but you are not aware. In dream state, you are conscious and you are also aware of your dreams. And in physical, in wakefulness, you are aware of your mental activity and activities happening in the world. Do you understand?
I'm getting you.
Because the body, the mind, every activity that we perform is performed by the mind and the body. You understand? So in wakefulness, the light of consciousness will project your energies outward. Then in your mind, everything happening in your mind, you can see it. You, the human being, you can see the things in your mind clearly. Then you can also see things happening in the world. But in the dream state, now you become aware of things happening in your dream. But in deep sleep, now the dream world is shut down. Physical world is also shut down. So now consciousness gives you the awareness of nothingness. So you are conscious, but you are not aware of anything.
Okay.
So the light of consciousness doesn't blink for a second. That is why they say God is eternal, because He is the source of consciousness. That is why the soul in our body, they say the soul is eternal, because the soul that gives your body light.
Okay.
And don't forget, in a dream, everything that you see in your dream is created by you, the dreamer. Because objects in your dream is not independent from the dreamer. Anything that you see in the dream is created by you. And the you is the conditioned mind, which is the ego. The conditioned self. You understand? So those are the three levels.
Okay, according to what you are saying now,
yeah,
you say all the dreams we get,
yes,
we are the one created those dreams.
Yes.
So why some of our pastors always saying God has revealed something to me in the dream?
Yes.
And second, I want to know, it's only in the dream that God can reveal something to you.
Very, very good question.
Something to you.
Yes, very good question.
Because so, let me learn.
Yeah.
If we are the one creating the dream,
yes,
and people are saying God has revealed
things to them. Very good question. Dream. Yes.
So I want to know.
Yes. So this is what happened. The universe, okay?
Okay.
The universe or the divine. I don't like using, mostly I don't like using God. But the universe or the design have a way, it have 5 ways that it reveals things to us.
Okay.
There are 5 ways that the universe reveals things to us, human beings, on earth here. And those 5 ways, dreams is one of the ways. But not all dreams are dreams that mean something. It's not every dream that hold water. It's not every dream that is like a dream that is to make something, a dream that is important. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Just like I told you, sometimes you can be so much absorbed in the worldly activities that you go into sleep and you have a dream. It doesn't mean anything. But there are 5 ways. There are 5 ways that the universe, reveals things to us. One of the ways is dreams. The other way that the universe reveals things to us is through prophecy. And prophecy only happens when the universe reveals things through a pious person. Somebody who is like a spiritual master, or who is like, a prophet who is pure. Then God can reveal things to them, whether from the past, present, or future. But mostly future occurrences.
Okay.
Then we have omens. Omens happen when the universe use some kind of natural phenomena to foretell something that is going to happen in the future. A typical example is, in our local tradition, they used to say when you see an owl in the daytime, it's a bad omen. Or if you see there are certain, let's say some night creatures which doesn't come out in the daytime. When you see them in the daytime at a certain hour, it's an omen.
Okay.
Even sometimes, even within us, you can sometimes you plan to go and do something, then on the way you still like you can knock your leg on something, you stumble on something, then it's maybe right foot or left foot. Or sometimes you can even have some tingling sensation in your body that are telling you something. Those are all omens. Then the other way the universe also use omens to communicate these days is called synchronicity. Seeing repeated numbers. Synchronicity. When you are seeing repeated numbers, maybe 11 11, 12 12, 12 21, 14 41. When you are seeing such numbers, or 0 0 0, is the universe communicating to you, because the universe communicates with numbers. The universe communicates with numbers, and universe use numbers to communicate to almost all of us. Anytime you are seeing repeated numbers, what it means is that it means you are aligned with yourself. You may be in a situation that is very, a serious situation, maybe problematic situation. You may be going through some kind of experiences that are so unbearable. So anytime you find yourself in such a situation, or maybe you may be in a situation that is so desirable, either unbearable or desirable. Yes. If you are in such a situation, you are seeing the repeated numbers, the universe is just trying to communicate to you that don't worry, things will be fine. It means you are aligned with your truth. Sometimes you'll be tempted to feel like you are having some problem, but when you are seeing repeated numbers, it means you are aligned with your truth. So don't worry, things will be fine. And the other way universe also communicates to us is through vision. Vision happens when, like, maybe you are doing something, then all of a sudden you forget yourself. Then something will be open to you from beginning to origin. Maybe some idea, or some situation will be open to you. Then you forget yourself. Then that situation will open. You will see it in your eyes, but you will lose yourself in that moment. You lose yourself. Then that vision will come. Then that clear scenario will be shown to you from beginning to end. That's the vision, clear vision. Personally, me, if something is going to happen to me, if something is going to happen to me, I always see them in my visions. My dreams doesn't work. But if something is going to happen, I always get a clear vision on it. And the last way the universe communicates to us is through forecast. Forecast is when somebody who is a seer, or an astrologer, or a numerologist, or somebody who can read tarot cards, or any spiritual way of for seeing the unseen. If you meet such a person, they can also read, or somebody who can read the star, the person can read your star and foretell and tell you something that is going to happen in the future, or things that has happened before, or even things that are happening now. So those are the 5 ways. So dreams is one of them. But most of our men of God, they have made it look as if God only communicates through dreams. But trust me, most of the dreams, they are just food dreams. Most of the dreams are just like I said, either you are so much consumed in your past, or you are so much anxious about future occurrences. And things that you get attached to, those are the things that you create in your dreams. And like I told you, if you are consumed about your past, you will dream and you see things that are happening in your past already. Because you are having what we call nostalgia. You are trying to go back to the old ways, because maybe the old ways were better
than now.
And so you are absorbed in your past. And if you are absorbed in your past, indirectly, you will be having more dreams that are originating from your past. And if you are anxious about the future, most of your dreams will be about the future. You understand?
Okay.
So dreams It's one of the many ways, but trust me, it's very few people's dreams are potent.
As you are talking, before I continue the questions, people ask me here.
Yeah.
When you are talking, you said we used to see some numbers.
Yes, yes.
That numbers, it happened in the dreams or physical?
Physical life.
Physical life.
Yes, maybe you can be in your studio here. You can be in your studio here. Maybe you are here alone doing something. Then anytime you pick your phone, you see 11:11. Then you look at the watch, it's 11:11.
Okay, those are the things you are talking about.
Yes, that is the repeated numbers I'm talking about.
Okay.
Or maybe you go out, then you see a car, the car number is 11:11.
Okay.
Or
so all those numbers is telling us something.
Something, because there's no coincidence. On earth here, there is no coincidence. So the universe uses numbers to communicate most often. Some people call it angel numbers. When you are seeing them, so you can see 12:12, 12:21. You can see 14:14, 14:41. Maybe on your phone, you pick the phone, it's 12:12. When it's 12:21, then you see 12:21 again. It's the same repeated numbers. Or maybe you have seen 14:14. Then when it's 14:41, then you see it again. It's universe communicating to you.
Wow. So those who we don't know about the numbers, because maybe if you see 11, I don't know the meaning of 11.
Yes.
So when you in that moment when you see the numbers, what are you going to do about it?
So what happened is this: for most people, they ignore them because they don't know.
Okay.
But like I told you, the very basic understanding I can give here is that once you are seeing repeated numbers, it means you are aligned with your truth. It doesn't matter what situation you are in.
Okay.
Whether it's a bad situation or a good situation, but it means you are aligned. Now, those who can interpret the numbers like I do, when you are seeing, particularly, you are seeing 333, it have a different interpretation.
Okay.
When you are seeing 222, it have different interpretation. When we are seeing 111, it have different interpretation. Why? Because 111 signifies beginning. 222 means emotional. It means building emotional maturity. 333 means expansion. 444 means building. 555 means change.
Wow.
So if you are seeing 555, it means some change is coming on your way. And when you are seeing 666, it means you are at a level where you have balance in your life. Mean things are stable.
Okay.
When you are seeing 777, it's calling you to become awake. Become awake with the situation that you are in. Open your eye. Open your mind. 777 is telling you that you are doing something wrong. Open your eyes so that you can see clearly. Be vigilant. That is 777 for you. Then when you are seeing 888, it's a reminder that you are going to harvest your reward. Whatever pain you have been through, whatever process you are in, whatever thing you have done, it means you are going to harvest the reward of you are going to reap your labor. Yes. Then when you are seeing 999, 999 is reminding you that your situation is coming to an end. So don't worry.
Wow.
Yes. So universe communicate more with the numbers.
Wow.
But for the dreams, like I said, most people dreams just food dreams.
And you know, in the numbers, we used to see numbers too in our dreams.
Yes.
Some people will use that number to
go and stake lottery. Yes. And those ones, let me tell you, I'm saying this. Those who knew this, they know. Is it 2000 and is it 2007 or so, when John NDC was about to come to power? I had a dream. Mostly, I am most related to the number 7.
Okay.
Anytime any serious thing is about to happen in my life, is the number 7 that always awakes me.
Okay.
And there was some election like that, where the number 7, I saw the 777. I don't remember the year clearly, but I remember I saw the number 7. By then I didn't know about this distance.
Okay.
By then I wasn't awake, so I didn't know about distance. So we use it to stake lotto. And the lottery, the number, those who stake, they won.
Okay.
And the number repeated itself consecutively for 3 weeks.
For 3 weeks.
The same number. single 777. It repeated itself continuously for 4 weeks. So when you are seeing the numbers, it's not about lottery. I'm being very honest with you. It's not about lottery.
It's just
telling you something in your life that is going to happen. And particularly the number 7 is always about awakening. Because you may be doing something that is not helping you, but you are not aware. So when you are seeing the number 777, it's telling you to wake up from your sleep, to wake up from your own ways. Yes.
Wow. Mr. Guru, we have to find another proper time to teach us about the numbers.
Of course.
Because it's very important.
Yes. As for the numbers, I know one of these days, numerologically, I will talk about the numbers.
Yeah.
From the number 1 to 9. Because basically, there are only 9 numbers.
9 numbers. Single.
Any other addition is just binary. Okay. And the numbers, number 1 to 9, number 1 is ruled by the sun. And the sun is the king of our universe. Okay. The sun is the eye and the king of our universe. So number 1, people have a nature of the sun. Number 2 is ruled by the moon. The moon is the mother of our universe. By the moon rule our emotions. So number 2 people are also people who are very emotionally driven. They have a lot of strong emotions. Number 3 is ruled by Jupiter. And 3 people are people who are like teachers. They like to teach. They like to lead. They like to talk. And they are very creative. 4 people are ruled by Rahu. And then number 4 is a number that they are the builders. They are very organized people. Wow. You know, so one day we'll talk about this. I don't want us to switch because last week topic there were certain things that I think we should hammer on. That we don't switch the
topic. You are still watching Sika TV. Today we are here with Mr. Guru Nuru, the life teacher, the life coach, and the spiritual man. So if you have any question, you can you can do it on the comment section, or the number is on the screen. Call him. Especially the numbers. I want to know my number because so that I will know what I will do. So many people are seeing numbers every day and day out, but we don't know the meaning. But through these teachings, we are knowing something. So we are going for commercial break. We will come back soon. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Hello, my beautiful people. We are back. This is Sika TV. If today is your first time, please kindly subscribe and share and leave your comment. I told you today I'm here with Mr. Guru Nuru, a life coach, spiritual man. My brother and sisters, make sure you watch this program every day and day out, because there's so many things that you are going to learn. There's so many things we don't know, but through him you will get it. Okay, Mr. Guru Nuru.
Sika.
We are back again.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay, I think I have last question for you. According to our listeners, their questions. That is the one we are dealing on today.
No problem.
Okay, this is, say, what process does a person whose mind is conditioned undergoes to become enlightened or liberated? So this is the question to you.
Yes. Okay, Sika, there are several levels that a conditioned mind can undergo to become enlightened. There are about 7 levels. And I will try and touch on them and elaborate them. But before I touch on the levels,
you say 7 levels.
Yes, there are 7 levels. First of all, let's know, when you say a conditioned mind, what is a conditioned mind? In our previous discussion, we talked about conditioning of society. Now this person wants to know about conditioned mind. Yes. A conditioned mind, you can conditioned mind, you can also call a conditioned mind a conditioned self. You know, every human being, you have your mind, which creates your ego, your identity. Then you have your soul, which creates the self. So the soul is different from your mind, is different from your ego. Okay. So the conditioned self is always your perceived identity about yourself. And you can also call it the conditioned mind. So meaning all the things that we perceive we take to be us that are not us. That is what makes the conditioned mind. So now, how does a person, what does the mind undergoes to become liberated? Now the question.
Okay.
The first level of mental liberation or liberating your mind from the conditioned self is having strong desire to become awake, a strong desire to be liberated or to become enlightened. For instance, these topics that we are treating, those that will follow us, a time will come, they will realize that there are so many things that we do to create suffering for ourselves without our knowledge, because our minds are conditioned. So the moment you start realizing that no, all these things are not needed, I'm just doing them, creating suffering for myself.
You are doing because people are doing.
Yes, because others are doing, because we are conditioned. So we want to do what other people are doing.
Okay.
So once the first step to liberation is you start getting strong desire to be liberated. That is the first step. And the moment this idea start coming, then the next step, this one, once you have that strong desire, it means you will start trying to find ways to liberate yourself. So the second level, the first level will transition you into the second level, which is about self-inquiry. Because why self-inquiry? Self-inquiry is about trying to understand yourself, trying to discover your divine nature, trying to discover your God nature, trying to discover your soul, trying to discover thyself. So the self-inquiry starts by you asking yourself questions, because the things that are happening in your mind, in Sanskrit is called vrittis, mental activity. People always think their mental activity is who they are, but in reality it is not. If your mental activities are you, then ask yourself, how do you know that something is happening in your mind? Who is seeing that? Because the thing happening in your mind is not your eyes that is seeing, but in your mind, you know that something is happening in your mind. What is observing the things that are happening? Do you understand my point?
I'm getting you.
The things happening in your mind, something is seeing it. It's not your eyes. And you know that the things happening, it's not your mind that is seeing itself. So what is seeing those things? That is the self. So the moment you start self-inquiry, you start paying attention to to see also the things happening in your mind. Who is seeing them? That will be the beginning. So you start self-inquiry. The moment you discover your true nature, gradually you start realizing that so the things happening in my mind is not me. It's just mental activity. Once you start realizing that, then desire, your desire start weakening. That is the third stage.
Okay.
Because once you get to know yourself, things that are not you and you thought they were you, things that were creating problem for you, and now you realize you don't even need to engage in them.
Okay.
Your desire will start falling apart. Anything that's not necessary, it will fall apart. Now, once your desire start falling apart, let me give you a typical example.
Okay.
Like there are some people, when they are overstressed, they have to engage in something. Either they'll go and do shopping, they'll go and buy things they don't like, or they'll have to go to beach and just walk around, because the mind is the mental activity is too disturbing. So they need what we call something to distract that.
Okay.
But once you discover your true nature, then anything that is not important will fall apart. So by discovering the true nature, now it will transition you into the fourth stage, which is called self-realization or discovery of the soul.
Discovery of the soul.
Yes. And once you discover your soul, now the ego, which is the identity that you perceive, suddenly you realize that you don't even need to add too many things to yourself. Because I told you the ego is about identities, things we attach to ourselves. I give you a typical example. Everything here in this stereo is yours, but they can't be you. Do you understand? You can tell people that, oh, this is my stereo. Everything here is mine.
Belongs to me.
Belongs to you. It's yours. Okay? But the moment I start telling people that, oh, these things are me. These things are me.
That is ego.
Yes.
Because everybody knows it's for me.
It's for you.
So no need to.
No need to understand.
Yeah.
So the things that we accumulate, they are ours, but they can be you. So self-realization will help you discover your true divine nature. And the moment you discover your true divine nature, then that will transition you into the 5th stage. And the 5th stage is about dissolution of the ego. Because you have discovered yourself.
Okay.
So anything that doesn't help you, anything that is not you, will have to fall apart. So you start ego dissolution and detachment. Detachment. See, we are so much attached to things that we are conditioned to believe. Even our relationship, we are so attached to our wives, to our children, to situations. If you are not attached to something, like the phone, if your phone fall down, it will pinch you as if they have used knife to choke you. Yeah. You understand? So once you realize your true self, now you start breaking the ego. Things start falling apart. And once the ego is dissolved, in our previous discussion, I told you, he who wants to be with God must, if you want to experience God, then your ego must go. That sense of identity that makes you feel like you are something. If you want to experience God, it must go. If not, forget about God. So once you start ego dissolution, and look at this, the ego dissolution will now push you into the 6th stage. And the 6th stage is about cessation of suffering or worldly suffering. You understand?
Okay.
Why? Because once all the unnecessary things that create suffering for us, okay, whether be it desire, be it anger, be it frustration or whatever, once you realize your true self, those things will fall apart. The ego will dissolve. And once the ego is dissolved, worldly suffering will reduce. Why? Because we suffer basically because of false identification with situations. That is one of the ways, and which is caused by the ego. It is the ego, the way we identify, false identification with situations. Your team will lose a match and you not eat food because you have wrongly identified yourself with the team. Because you think you are a fan. You understand?
Nobody forces you.
No, yes, because you feel like you are a fan. When the team loses, because you are wrongly attached to the situation, you suffer a situation you shouldn't suffer. So wrong identification caused by the ego. Number 2, desire. Desire. There are 2 types of desires. The first type of desire is an unfulfilled desire. An unfulfilled desire can create intense suffering or pain.
Pains, okay.
Then we have a fulfilled desire. If you want something, assuming right now you want a car for your movement, okay? You want car for movement. You want a car so that you can engage in your business. When you get a car, it's a desire fulfilled, but the car is also going to bring its own responsibilities because it's not just the driving. You have to do maintenance. You have to do maintenance. You have to buy fuel.
Change tires.
You have to change tire changing is part of maintenance. You have to do insurance. You have to pay tax, road tax. So meaning every desire will create its own desire.
Wow.
So we are suffering because of desire. So somebody will ask that if we are suffering because of desire, so how do I see suffering? How can our suffering end? Our suffering can end when we evolve our desire. And the only way you can evolve your desire is when the ego is not there. When the ego is dissolved. Now, you start doing things that are needed in your life, not things that are wanted. Some things are not needed. They are just, some things are just wants. Whether you have them or you don't have them, you are okay. And there are certain things that no matter what, you need them. So once this self-realization comes and the ego dissolves, the sixth stage, which is cessation of worldly suffering, happens because now you will understand the nature of desire. You understand the mechanism that creates suffering for us.
Okay.
And once you know this, you will not engage in things that will create suffering for you. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, after that, so such people, when you reach that stage, the C stage, you know what it does? When you reach the C stage, you are always joyful. If you wake up, whether you eat or you don't eat, you are always joyful. And let me tell you this, for most people in the world, they have never experienced joy before. What most people know is happiness. And happiness is momentarily. Happiness doesn't last forever. Even bed pleasure is momentarily. Orgasm is momentarily. Most people will say orgasm is one of the joy that human beings, but it's momentarily. It's just a fleeting happiness. But there are 4 levels also that spiritual people attain certain kind of experience that ordinary people don't get. Like those who are able to liberate the conditioned mind to the C stage where worldly suffering will cease, they always experience joy. They experience joy because joy is something that is sustainable. It can last. But even in the joyful situation, if you continue in that state, it will also...
Which is stage 6.
Yes, stage 6, which is the cessation of worldly suffering. Once you reach that state, then it will transition you into the 7th stage, which is the last stage. The last stage is about binding in unconditioned consciousness. You know, I told you consciousness is the light of awareness that reveal the things that happen within us, both in the world, in our mind, and in our sleep and in our dreams. That is consciousness. So when you reach the 7th stage, it means you will now try to bind, or you now try to absorb or align yourself with unconditioned consciousness, meaning you become so conscious, you become so aware. Anything happening in your mind, you know it is not you. You can see, even that time, those who become who will reach the 7th stage, those are the ones whose dreams will now become potent, because you are not absorbed or attached to too many things. So your dreams will become real and refined. Your understanding will evolve. Your awareness will rise. And in that stage, you know what happened? Now when you reach that stage, you will now, once you become you align yourself with unconditioned consciousness, then now you become spiritual. Now you can now experience the life force energy that run in both plant and animals. When you look into a person's eye, you can experience their soul. When you look at a tree in that 7th stage, if you look at a tree, you don't see the form of the tree, you experience the life. When you look at a person, you don't see the person's appearance, you can experience them, because you have aligned yourself with with consciousness itself. You understand? And that stage, those who will reach that stage, it means they have reached a state of enlightenment. So enlightenment is something that happens in the human mind. It happened in the mind first. And once this process, you go through the process, then a time will come, because it's a practice. Once you reach that stage, now you can see, if I can experience you, will I hate you?
No.
If I can even experience the life force in a tree, will I destroy the tree?
You will not destroy it.
You will not destroy it. Then gradually, because you have reached that state, you start becoming aware of cosmic functioning. You start seeing things from a point of view that others don't see. Because, see, water, air, fire, those elements, when you reach that stage, you can experience them. You know how, when you, the content, you know what it is. You know the source. It helps you to understand the essence, the essence of how things are happening, why things are happening. You understand? And people who will reach that state, now they will transition into the actual consciousness, and now they will now start thinking of God, because by then you have now discovered thy soul, thyself. Now the mind will want to bind with thy God, or the soul, because you have discovered your soul and you can experience other souls. Now you want to align yourself with the supreme soul, which is the source of creation, which is God, which is Allah, which is whatever. So you become what we call God conscious.
God conscious.
Then you become cosmic conscious. Why cosmic conscious? Because now any life form, you can experience it. So you won't destroy anything. And in that state, when people reach that state, if you are here, if there's any pet around, once the pet see you, they'll come to you because your aura will bright. There is a light in us. And that light, the more you practice to become pure in yourself, the light brightens. And every single creature, they notice that light when you are pure. So wherever you walk, even a snake, when a snake sees you, it won't bite you. It will come and lie around you because it's a pure consciousness.
That's the reason why in the Bible they say when that lion, when they put Daniel in the lion
den, yes.
So that Daniel was in that level.
Yes, he was in that level. His purity, his level of purity was so high to the point that the human nature is gone. It's the divine nature that is there. And the nature of God is love. The nature of God is love. And the language of our universe is love. That is why even a mad person, they know when you show them love. True love, not conditional love. You have conditional love. Conditional love means you are doing something to somebody because you know the person. Or you are doing, you are showing love to a person because you feel like he belongs to a certain group you also belong to. But unconditional love is when you show love for the sake of love. And love is the language of the universe. Anybody that lives by unconditional love, you can never suffer. Because it's the language that every single thing, every single creature understands. That is why most spiritual people, when you go to wherever they are staying, you can see too many, sorry to say, very creatures that we think they are dangerous, like snake, tiger, lions, but you see them, they live with them.
Everything,
yes, they live with them. And they don't harm them because the divine nature runs between everything. And once you discover that those other creation, they live by instincts. They know when you are pure. They know when you are showing love. You understand? So you become cosmic conscious. So it's called cosmic consciousness. Then once you align with the cosmic, now you become God conscious. When you become God conscious, it means your soul now want to connect with God. Your soul now want to connect with God.
Okay.
So to be very honest with you, conditioning of the mind, if I will summarize it, it means, first of all, you should, once you start having strong desire to break away from your conditioning, your journey has started. And if you are listening to me today, if you are going through this thing that I've mentioned, don't stop watching this program, because we are going to reveal so many ways and things that can help you to rise faster so that you can liberate yourself fast. Because the first aspect, strong desire for liberation. Second aspect, self-inquiry. Third aspect is about weakening of desires. Then the third level is about self-realization, when you realize your true divine nature, or self-discovery. The fifth aspect is ego dissolution, because once you discover your true nature, the ego must go. And the sixth aspect is about cessation of suffering, because all suffering is created by the ego. And when it is gone, no suffering.
No suffering.
And the last aspect is when you abide yourself, or when you align with unconditioned consciousness. Now you become conscious. You become like God on earth. Whatever you say, it has to happen.
Wow.
And you can see into realms. When you look at something, you don't see the form. So those are the 7 levels of consciousness.
My beautiful people, this is not interview. This is teachings. So if you have any question, his number is on the screen. Make sure you contact him and ask me anything that you don't understand. And you can also do it on the comment section, because for now, even I don't know my level. If I may ask, which level are you now?
So
can you
for me, after awakening, I had awakening in 2017.
Wow.
And since 2017, I have been on this journey.
Okay.
I've been on this journey, and the things I'm sharing here, they are experiential. It's not like it's some book I read and I'm telling you. They are experiential. I've been through it. That's why I know it.
Okay.
So my mind is the conditioned mind is almost gone. The human nature, because we are in society, the human nature will still be there, but you have to constantly try to do more of divine things so that it can purify you. You understand?
Yeah.
It can purify you. So these things I am telling you, it's not like I've read it somewhere. It's something I've been through.
Okay.
So at the moment, I can tell you I am very much human conscious. I'm very much human conscious, and I'm very much God conscious. But my God consciousness is not a religious mindset. Because when I see, at the moment, I see God in everything and in everywhere.
Because it's beyond religion.
Yes, it's beyond religion. If you are conditioned, you cannot have that perception. It's not possible.
That time,
because the ego will not allow you. Yes, the ego will not allow you. So that is it. And I know one day we will discuss things that, like I said, practices that can help you to clear this condition. You know, in one of our videos, I talked about the chakras in our body.
Okay.
The 7 chakras and what they control, what they rule, what those chakras are doing. So one day you discuss it. If we discuss it, I'll connect it with this.
Okay.
Then people will know what to do so that they can rise the energy.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. My beautiful people, if you want to follow this journey, please make sure you subscribe to Sika TV and Guru Nuru channel so that you can learn more.
Yeah, and one more thing. For those of you who want to do like self-discovery, you can get, I am an astrologer also.
Okay.
So if you want to know yourself, I can help you to discover yourself. So that I will show you the things that are creating more suffering in your life.
Okay.
Sometimes we suffer too many things because we ourselves are creating those things, but we think others are creating them in our lives. But it's because we don't know who we are.
You think it's your grandmother who is somewhere thinking about it.
So if you come to me, what I will do is this: I will read your star, and normally I couple numerology with astrology. So numerology is the power of numbers. Okay.
Okay.
So every human life is built under, you know, a 6-pillar foundation. Everyone life is built on a 6-pillar foundation. And what are the 6-pillar foundation? The 6-pillar foundation is the day you were born, the day, the month, and the year. When you add it, you will see your life path. The life path determines your fate in life. It determines what happens in your life. So your life path will determine what kind of work you have to do in this life.
Okay.
Yes, the life path will determine what work you have to do. So the life path number becomes your fate number. Now, the day you are born, assuming if you were born on 1st, on 10th, on 19th, or 28th, your karmic energy is 1. Okay. Listen carefully. If you are born on 1st, on 10th, on 19th, or 28th, your karmic energy is 1.
It's 1.
And that karmic energy, it means your actions are motivated by being a number 1.
Number 1. So those are the leaders.
Yeah, those are the leaders. Those with life path number 1, they become leaders. But if you're coming the day you are born, assume you were born on 1st, 10, and all that, no, that one, it means your actions are motivated by being a number 1, by being unique, by being special. Why? Okay. Because number 1 is ruled by the sun.
Okay.
If you are a number 2, if you are born on the 2nd, 11th, 20th, okay, 20th, then you are also a number 2. And if you are number 2, what it means is that your actions are motivated by emotion. Those are the people who don't think before they do things. When something happens, if somebody tell them something, they will not listen carefully, then they start showing emotions.
Okay.
The person will just come and say, oh, for 1 week I haven't eaten. Please, this. Then you say, oh, 1 week you haven't eaten, you won't reason through. So 2 people, they are very emotional in nature.
Okay.
And the 2 people, we have number 2, we have number 11, number 20. Then we have the 3 people. Number 3, number 12, 21, and 30. Those are number 3s. So we have the karmic energy. Now we have your attitude. The attitude, all the actions and things that we do are motivated by the attitude number.
Wow.
Yes. Then your personality is ruled by a number. Your soul is ruled by a number. Your expression is ruled by a number. So those 6 are the pillars that every life is standing on. Now, astrologically, when you go into the star, now you look at the time of birth.
Okay.
Where was the various stars, like the planets? Where was the various stars? Now you look at where they were placed. We have 12 zodiac signs, from Aries up to Pisces. So depending on your time of birth and the date of birth, we will check where is your sun sign, where is your moon sign, where is Venus, they all represent different aspects in our life. You understand? Okay. Because the sun rules your career, is your personality, is your image, is your father, and it also represents royalties. Okay. So we look at this. Where is place? Where is the sun? Then we can tell you Venus is our passion. Venus is a wife in a man's chart. Okay. Okay. Venus is love. Venus is the things we love. So we look at all this. And now the other secrets. There are certain stars called nakshatras. Nakshatra. You see, we have 28 days in a month. The 28 days in a month are actually 28 stars. They are not days, so they are 28 stars. Yes. The 28 days in a month are 28 stars. And these 28 stars, one is a male, the remaining 27 they are females, and they are married to the moon. So the moon visits them every day. Every day the moon have to visit one. So the 28 days, the moon have to visit all of them.
All the stars.
Yes. And those stars, from Aries up to Pisces, we have Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, Mrikshira, Punarvasu,
Maga. My beautiful, I know you are enjoying this show. Do you want us to continue, or we'll do it another time? I know the way it's speeding up now. Yes. So if you are watching, stay tuned.
Yes.
Stay tuned. Make sure you follow this program.
Sure.
Because there's so many things. It's going to teach us.
Of course.
So make sure you subscribe to Guru Nuru.
Yes. And Sika
TV.
Yes.
So that you can finish what you are already started. Finish, then we end this program. Today.
So what I was saying is this: the 28 days that we have in a month. The moon visits. There are actually 28 stars that the moon visits. Okay, and those stars, we have 12 zodiacs. Okay. From Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, up to Pisces. In Aries, there are 2.5 stars. We have Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika. Part of Kritika is in Aries. Part of Kritika is in Taurus. Okay. Then in Taurus, we have 2.5 stars. Kritika is there, Rohini is there, Mrikshira is there. Then in Gemini, we have 2.5 stars, the same thing. We have Adra, Punarvasu, Pushan. Then in Cancer, another one, we have Aslesha. Okay. Then we have Maga, Pruva Folgoni, Uttara Folgoni.
So all these stars have their own.
They are stars, and they are the wife of the moon. The moon visits them every day.
Okay.
And each of the stars have his own behavior. I give you a typical example. Assuming if you have Mercury in Bharani, Bharani is ruled by the god of death. Lord Yama.
Okay.
And anybody who have Mercury in Barani, Mercury is your mind, your intellect, your intelligence, things you like to think and talk about. So if you were born and your Mercury is placed in Aries in Barani, it means you'll be somebody who you'll be asking too many questions about reincarnation. Because Barani rule reincarnation. You start asking questions. So is there reincarnation? When a person dies, where does he go? Where does the person go? Or where does the soul go? So can a person die and come back? If you have Mercury in Barani, that is how you'll be thinking.
Okay.
Then we have other stars, something like Ashwini. If you have your Mercury in Ashwini, then all your mind will be about trying to become a healer, to become a doctor.
Okay.
Because Barani, Ashwini is ruled by the Ashwin Kumaras. There are two, there are two horses. They are the physicians of the gods. Okay. So people born in Ashwini Nakshatra, most of them are mostly health workers.
Okay.
You understand? We have too many different stars. Too many. If you have something like a star, if you have a star like maybe you have your sun in Mula, or if you have maybe Venus in Mula, Venus is your passion. Okay. Listen, Venus is your passion. A Mula is about the root, the truth, secrets, dark things. You have strong passion in things like these things that we are discussing now. So imagine you don't know this, and you are born into a family that tells you that these things are bad things or they are evil. You'll be battling within yourself.
Sure.
And they will not know. So such people, when they are alone, the things they do is very different from when they are with their parents and other people. So if you come to me, I will read your star, then I will help you to discover your true, you will discover the human nature first. Then we will give you guidance that can help you to create well-being in your life. Because the greatest success any man can have here is to create well-being for yourself. People have everything, they are not happy. Trust me. Anybody who think when you have success, like you have money, cars, and everything, or people who have these things, they are happy. It's a lie. Those things doesn't make you happy. They don't. Because the nature of the human being is that we are always running and seeking comfort and convenience. And because of that, we are always running from one thing to another. And that is why our suffering doesn't end. So it is true spirituality that will break those things. Because if you truly, when you discover yourself, then you will know what is important and what is not important.
Wow.
So those topics, I know with time, we will discuss more personal topics and more spiritual. They are all connected.
Sure.
So we'll discuss them.
Wow. My beautiful people, this is Sika TV. Today we have learned so many things. So please, stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. If today is your first time, kindly subscribe and share to others so that they also can know what is going on here.
Sure.
And if you want to contact Mr. Guru Nuru, his number is on the screen.
Yeah, my number is on the screen.
Make sure you contact him.
Yeah.
We have so many things to teach us.
Okay.
Mr. Guru Nuru, thanks for coming today.
Thank you so much, bro.
We love you. I'll continue to invite you to my studio.
I love you too.
Because I love your teachings.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay. See you again.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Yeah.